All right, so looks like we are live. I'm going to give this a second and make sure that we really are connected. All right, let me take a look on here. Okay. All right. Okay, so when you guys hop on, give me some hearts or give me something so that I know that we are good to go. In fact, grab my keyboard real quick. Let me log on here. And let's make sure that I'm live. Okay. Bear with me just a second. I just want to make sure. Hey, Monique. Okay, good. So I see people starting to hop on here. Cool deal. So I'm just double checking in here. I have literally come on before and started talking and going through, and it wasn't recording, and that kind of sucks. So I don't want to do that for sure. So looks like we are good to go. All right, cool. There I am. Let me turn that off because I don't like to see my video like that. It's a little bit awkward. Okay. All right. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Monique. Okay, so good. So it looks like we are good to go. And hey, my name is Charlani. I'm coming to you live from my home office here in Texas. And I'm just going to give just a few more seconds or so for people to jump on, and then I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. I know I just decided to pull this together last minute and posted about this webinar just yesterday. So I believe that if you're watching this, you're meant to be here. So I hope you guys are all having an awesome Sunday so far. I appreciate you spending the next little bit with me. I get that Sundays are usually that family time. Maybe you're like me and you really need that downtime. So I certainly don't want to waste anybody's time. So I'm going to try and keep this under 45 minutes. So let me double check that I don't have any messages from anyone who can't get on for some reason. And then we'll get started. So give me just a minute. Let me check my inbox. All right. Okay. Oh, I do have a couple messages. Hold on. So Monique, Patricia, you guys can hear me? If you can give me a thumbs up or maybe give me hearts or something so that I know that y'all can hear me, and that you're still on and maybe didn't get booted. Let me know. Give me something. And if just a note, for some reason we get booted off, I will put this replay in this page so that you guys can come back and just watch the entire thing over again if for whatever reason we get kicked off. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Looks like we are good to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. So again, thanks so much for jumping on live. Welcome. And thanks also for those of you who are watching the replay. I appreciate you taking the time, and I'm so excited to share with you my top 3 tips on how to start making changes to becoming a healthier and a happier version of yourself. I'm going to talk about my journey to get healthy and my story about trying to become the absolute best version of myself possible and how I've gotten to where I am today. And I'm not going to lie, I'm really nervous for some reason. I've shared my story lots of times, but never in a webinar type platform. So it's a bit nerve-wracking for sure. I've gone live many times, but for some reason, my nerves are just getting me good today. All right, and it's probably because I'm going to share with you my struggles, even the ones that I still battle. Because, I'm not perfect, and I definitely have my good days and my bad days as well. Now I have a lot more good days than I do bad, but they still do happen, occasionally. So I am still a work in progress, and I have to challenge myself every single day, sometimes even every hour. But I've got this amazing support system set in place to pick me back up when I need it. And that's part of what I am going to share with you today. All right. So maybe part of my story is going to resonate with you, or maybe you've gone through something similar and you can relate. If you do, please comment. This is a no judgment environment. But if you don't want to comment here, I get it. Please feel free to message me privately. I'm always happy to talk and try to help. Yes. All right, so I'd like to share with you how making those hard and tough choices has been the best decision I could ever have made for not only myself but my family as well. Because as you know, when you're happy, everybody around you is happier too, right? That's that saying, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And that is absolutely so true. So I'm going to go ahead and try and keep this short and sweet. And as always, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. Put your questions into the comments, and at the very end, I will address them. I get extremely sidetracked with comments, so I promise to go back through the end and respond. And if you're watching this as a replay, message me any questions that you have, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. All right, so let's jump in. And I'm going to start with me, who I am, and kind of the cliff notes of my journey to get to where I am now. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Charlani. It's a combo of my parents' names. My dad's name was Charlie, and my mom's name is Lonnie, and they put them together, Charlani. And, as a child, that was actually really hard because nobody pronounced it correctly. Nobody ever remembered it. Nobody knew how to spell it. Now I love the uniqueness and I appreciate it so much more. So I'm 41. I'm going to be 42 on February 27th. I've been with my husband, Rob, for 22 years. Our anniversary is on January 28th. So actually almost 23 years now. Gosh, that really seems like a long time. So we have 2 kids. My daughter, Kaylee, is 20, and she is an amazing hairstylist. And my son, Robbie, just turned 17. He plays hockey, and he's on a couple of different teams, and it definitely keeps us really busy. We do a lot of traveling, but it's actually going to slow down now, travel-wise, for us. We still have a ton of tournaments and games, but luckily they're all local, at least for the next couple of months. So that's kind of nice. So I was born and raised in Hawaii. I was born in Hawaii and raised in California. I grew up in the Bay Area, and I met my husband Rob in Pleasanton when I was 19, and we moved to Central California just a bit after I had Kaylee. Now we live just north of Dallas, Texas. We've been here for about 5 years, and we just love it. There are, so many amazing opportunities for our kids. So it was definitely a really good decision for us. So I'm just going to jump right in and just talk about my battle with my weight. And, even growing up, I battled my weight. I have never been the skinny girl, if I'm to be honest. I always had 15 pounds or so to lose in high school. I remember that feeling of being one of the heavier of my friends and always comparing myself to everybody else. I never quite felt like I really fit in. Yeah, I had friends, but I never really felt like I was a part of everything. And that's not something that had anything to do with anybody else. That was a self-esteem thing. And I always played it off. I always put a smile on my face. But inside, I really struggled. And we ate donuts and we drank Diet Coke every single morning. And then we'd eat Taco Bell for lunch. That was kind of, the hangout at lunchtime. And that's just what we did. But I put on weight while all my friends were still fitting into their, size 2s. And yeah, I was active. I played varsity sports. I played volleyball and basketball and softball. But like they say, you can't out exercise a bad diet. And that is absolutely true. Um, and not that you can blame your parental genes, but the truth is my body puts on weight extremely quickly. I can dial in my nutrition um, and lose 2 to 3 pounds in a week and then cheat for 1 or 2 days and gain all of that back. That is my truth. And I know this. Do I struggle sometimes? Yes, because I love food. I'm a recovering junk food junkie. I am a pizza lover and a cupcake addict. I love sweets and breads and carbs and sugar-laden yummies. But I've learned, and I'm still learning, to balance and to find that balance. And I know that that word makes us cringe sometimes. We're all struggling to find balance, right? And it's not always easy, but it is doable. So I got pregnant with Kaylee and had her just after my 21st birthday. I had gained a whopping almost 60 pounds with her. I seriously only ate Taco Bell. I had terrible morning sickness for months, and Taco Bell tacos were the only thing that A, tasted good, B, I could get down and hold down, and C, that we could afford. We were young and we were super poor, and I think tacos back then were only like 39 cents or something crazy like that. But honestly, I cannot even tell you how thankful I was that she came out normal. And I really did have that concern. And that's just proof, again, that our bodies are absolute miracles, right? So I had gained weight, lost only about half of that 60 pounds that I had gained with her over the next couple of years. And then I got pregnant with Robbie. And when all was said and done, I had had 2 C-sections and was left with a pretty ravaged body. Kaylee's birth was a bit traumatic, so I ended up having to have Robbie via C-section as well. And, honestly, I think I used that as an excuse for a while, for sure. And here's the thing, and maybe this is too much TMI, but this is my event, so I'm just going to go with it. But I was so unhappy with how my body had looked, what I kind of ended up with, what I was left with after I had had my kids. I was 30, 35, 40 pounds overweight. I had stretch marks. I have a huge scar across my stomach. And I really thought, why bother? I will never wear a bikini again. It hurt to work out. I had no idea how to eat clean. So bottom line is I lived pretty overweight for a good 2 years after I had had Robbie. We moved to Central California and I didn't have any family nearby. I really didn't have a whole lot of friends. And when you have 2 young ones, your friend circle just kind of shrinks. And honestly, you're just busy because you have kids, right? So I had these 30 pounds to lose and I joined a gym and I joined Weight Watchers. So I packed up my kids and I took them to the gym daycare every day after work and I took classes and I lost those 30 pounds over about 3 months. And mind you, I was like 26. Way different story now that I'm in my 40s. Losing weight is not as easy, bottom line. But, at that time, I had looked the best that I had ever looked. But here's the thing. Trucking to the gym with 2 little ones after having worked all day was not easy. We literally dropped the kids off at 2 different daycares. Then I worked a 9-hour day, then picked them both up. And that in itself is exhausting, right? And you know what I ate following that Weight Watchers plan? This is terrible. But mostly Skinny Cow ice cream bars. Why? Because they're delicious and they were only 2 points and I could literally eat 10 ice cream sandwiches and stay within the points that were allowed for the day. And I know at first that sounds amazing, like, oh my gosh, you can lose weight and eat ice cream sandwiches. And yeah, you can. but it really isn't. It's not a good idea. The premise of Weight Watchers, at least back then, was to eat everything low fat, non-fat, sugar-free. And the problem with that is that what you end up eating is crappy food with a ton of artificial ingredients and preservatives. I was drinking only Diet Coke. I remember when I would leave the gym and I would actually be cracking open a Diet Coke even before I got my kids from the gym daycare. Like, I was so addicted to that stuff. And it is so bad for you guys. It's so bad for your body. And I know you know that, but the craving for it, it outweighs that. And you drink it anyways. But I'm telling you, my giving up Diet Coke was one of the best things that I have ever done for myself, for sure. So weight loss is about calories in versus calories burned. That is true. But now that I know what I now know, I understand that those results won't last. They're never going to last. Your body needs to be fueled properly. When it isn't, it puts itself into this stress mode, and then it holds on to every ounce of fat that you have. You're basically killing your metabolism, and losing weight becomes a battle that is extremely hard to win. You've got to work out harder. You've got to work out more. And eventually, no matter what, if you want those lasting results, you need to get in that right, or those right nutrients. So then after I had, lost all of that weight with Weight Watchers, eventually all of that weight kept creeping back up, and I yo-yoed big time. I tried all kinds of different things. So I tried Slim Fast, that chocolate shake that made me feel so nauseous that I wasn't hungry for hours on end. I tried all kinds of diet pills from GNC and Vitamin World, Target, probably Walmart. What else? Oh, I did Fen-Phen for a month or two, but stopped when I heard that people were having heart attacks. I used Ally, that fat blocker that made your poop look like an oil spill. I sprinkled powder on my food because the commercial said that it would make your fat not count. So dumb, you guys. That stuff, it does not work. Yeah, it's going to work for a short period of time, but like I said, you're killing your metabolism, and that's why we yo-yo big time when we get off the stuff, because it does not work. And so here's the thing, and this is where, if this is where you are, your main goal should be to feel better and to have more energy. And when you prioritize those two things, your weight loss will happen. So just before I found my Beachbody coach, here's where I was at. This is just a couple of years ago. I was working out at a CrossFit gym here in Texas. It was $150 a month, and it nearly killed me. Most everybody there was leaner and fitter than me. Most of them were way younger than I was. And during this time is when I realized just how competitive I am, because it drove me nuts that I couldn't do what everybody else was doing at the speed in which they were doing it. So I pushed myself way more than I probably should have. And I hurt my body, and it actually made me really dislike exercise. And mentally, I had a really hard time being the last one to finish. Even though I finished the workout, it didn't feel like a win because I was last. And sometimes it would take me seriously twice as long to get through it. So if you don't know, in a CrossFit class, at least the ones that I was taking, there's no breaks. The workout is basically posted on this wall, and you do it until you finish. Did I get better? Yes. Was my body changing? Sure, because I was working my ass off. But the bottom line was that I was doing workouts that were completely not in my wheelhouse. And so I remember one of my very last workouts there. There were a few girls who didn't normally take this earlier class with me, but they, for whatever reason, joined in. And I had overheard them talking to the instructor, and they were basically saying that, they were going to start trying to come to this class. And they basically were wearing sheer tights. I can't even call them yoga pants because you could literally see their thong right through them. And I just remember thinking, you know what? I don't belong here. And I was so uncomfortable and I felt so out of place and, just felt like I stuck out like a sore thumb because I wasn't dressed like that and I didn't have that body and I was certainly not doing the workout as quickly as they were. And pretty shortly after that, I quit. So during this time, I was also drinking a protein shake. I came from the Herbalife and supplement world, and here's the thing. With Herbalife, in addition to drinking that one shake each day, I was taking no less than 6 additional pills. Pills that you have to pay for separately, mind you, and then drinking a couple of glasses of tea for energy throughout the day. It really is kind of a system, and you literally have to plan out, okay, so I need to take these 3 pills an hour before I drink this tea, or I need to take these 6 pills before I have this lunch. And I feel now that any program out there that claims that it has fat melting or fat dissolving type pills or wraps should not be considered healthy. Is it going to give you short-term results? Probably, but it likely won't last. And that's why we yo-yo. We try these things, they work for a short term, but then it doesn't work anymore. And you find yourself having gained even more weight than you had to lose to begin with. So by the time that I was over this CrossFit thing, I was spending almost $200 a month on Herbalife shakes and the supplements, and I had come to my rock bottom. I didn't feel good. I only had energy when I drank the tea. I had headaches every single afternoon. I still really wasn't drinking much water. I really only drank Diet Coke. And I was still eating fast food and kind of counting points from my Weight Watcher days, but I wasn't getting anywhere. So about 2 years ago, I started looking online for inspiration, and that's when I found this girl on Instagram posting these home workout videos, doing them right in her living room. And she did it day after day, and she was posting these amazing before and after pictures. And Brittany, this girl that I've been secretly following on Instagram, started inviting to what was called a challenge group. And she was talking about how amazing they were and how this kind of support and accountability was what had been missing for her and is finally what got her over that hump and was helping her to get the results that she was having. And mind you, I still had not even reached out to her yet. I thought it'd be weird and I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know if she would really respond to me. And then, telling a stranger that you've been watching on social media your health and fitness goals just seemed weird, right? So who does that? So here's the thing. You have to do things that make you uncomfortable, things that you're not ready for. You have to make changes, as painful as it is sometimes. You have to make the decision to just do it. Don't overthink it, just do it. For me, doing things that I'm uncomfortable doing is when I get the best results. It is absolutely the truth, and that is why I now realize that I have to constantly push myself and switch things up, or I get bored and I get complacent. So I bit the bullet and I reached out to her, and she sold me my very first challenge pack. I got the PiYo program, and with the challenge pack, you get a 30-day supply of Shakeology. I was very skeptical because, one, I cannot stand to do yoga, and many of the moves of PiYo is based on yoga. Something about just staying still for long periods of time is really hard for me to do. But I love Chalene Johnson. I had years back done her Turbo Fire home workout, and she was the trainer for that, and she's the PiYo trainer. But she became one of my biggest mentors, even back then. She's not only a celebrity trainer with Beachbody, but she's also a business development and organization and life goals and all that stuff that I love. So I do what she says. And she said, for best overall results, PiYo is the way to go. So I was like, okay, I'm on board. Let's do this, right? And that is tip number 1, exercise. You got to get up and move. You got to find a program or some type of workout that you like to do. Figure out, do you like to dance? Do you like weights? Do you like cardio? Do you like yoga? And so we can talk about these things and we can figure out what's right for you. So that's tip number 1. Find some type of exercise that you can live with. And I say it that way because, to be honest, I did not like to work out. I did not like to be hot and sweaty and to have my heart rate go up. That was never something that I actually enjoyed. But you have to understand that getting up and moving is essential to living a healthier and a happier lifestyle. So if you need help in that department, I can absolutely do that. I have a bazillion options for you to choose from if you've got injuries, if you need something super low impact, if you need something high cardio, bulking up, weightlifting. There's something for absolutely everybody. Okay, so here's tip number 2, nutrition. Now, I had hesitated about Shakeology, even though Brittany, the coach that I've been secretly following, kept posting about this amazing superfood shake and that it was all natural and that it was equivalent to eating like 5 salads. I was still unsure. I was already drinking my Herbalife shake, so I went into research mode and I decided that it seemed to be, what I had needed. But let's be honest, I really was still very skeptical. And the more research that I did, the more I was sold on Shakeology. You can actually go to Shakeology.com. There is all the information that you would ever need to know about it. And it is an amazing tool that we have. So if you want more information, obviously you can message me and I can talk for days about Shakeology. Because it is a way to get in all the good stuff. It's high superfoods. It's all natural. It's a nutrient-dense meal replacement, and it's one super yummy shake. There's a bazillion ways to make it. And I literally took the nutrition guides to both shakes, my Herbalife shake, and I compared it to the Shakeology nutrition guide. And I compared them side by side, and then I added up everything I spent on Herbalife, and it was more than what I'd be spending each month on Shakeology. So by going and switching to Shakeology, I realized that I'd be spending less and getting more for my money. And so one of the biggest excuses I hear about not wanting to buy Shakeology is that it's too expensive. But remember, it's a meal replacement. So you cannot tell me that your breakfast or lunch, and definitely not your dinner, costs more than $4.33 a meal. One 30-day bag of Shakeology costs $130 to $129.95. That breaks down to that $4.33 a day. And it's even less if we sign you up to get a discount. We have a couple of different discount programs that we can talk about to save you money each month as well. We can message about that privately if that's something that you think you might be interested in. And remember, guys, you need to get your nutrition dialed in if you want to live a healthy lifestyle. It's a fact. And by adding just one shake to your current diet, you're going to get in the equivalent of, you know what? Let me pull this up real quick. Let me turn my computer back on because it went to sleep. Okay, you're getting the equivalent of a bowl of exotic fruit, 4 cups of broccoli, 4 cups of uncooked mushrooms, a shot of wheatgrass, 7 raw carrots, 10 cups of cauliflower, 4 cups of non-fat yogurt, 3 cups of romaine lettuce, 1 cup of peas, 3 raw onions. What does that say? What is that? I can't read it. I don't have my glasses near me. Oh, the horrors. Oh, it's 4 cups of radishes. So can you even imagine? And then it also has just a ton of superfoods added to it too. So unlike other shakes on the market, this is all natural, no preservatives. And it comes in seven different flavors. We've got chocolate, which is my favorite, strawberry, vanilla, green berry, cafe latte, vegan chocolate, and tropical strawberry, which is also vegan. So if you have a sensitive tummy, vegan would probably be the way for you to go. And there are literally hundreds of ways to make your shake, so you will love it just as much as I do. All right, so tip number 1 was exercise. Tip number 2 was nutrition. So now tip number 3, that's support and accountability. If you are here, I'm thinking that you've probably seen me post about my challenge groups, or I maybe have even invited you to one. Maybe you're in one now currently. I run them every single month and have for almost 2 years now. I think I might have missed a month here or there for whatever reason, but I actually have my entire year of 2017 is all planned out with the start dates to every single one of my monthly challenge groups. Now, sometimes I say challenge group or accountability group or support group. It's all the same thing. My groups are based on challenging ourselves and each other while holding each other accountable and supporting each other along the way. So for clarification, it's all the same thing. It's a challenge and a support and accountability, and it's all wrapped up into one really cool group. So I truly believe that your environment shapes you. Who you hang out with, where you are affects your mindset and your decision making. You hang out with the wrong people and you start to make the wrong choices. I don't think that your environment necessarily determines your outcome, but make no mistake, your environment absolutely has an impact on your outcome. So I feel that when you are embarking on a new journey, you need to surround yourself with positivity and with like-minded people. Many times your current friends and family aren't living a healthy lifestyle. It's part of the reason why you are where you are. And if you're lucky, maybe you can bring along a friend or two to join you. But most times you end up making these changes on your own. And that is why people often fail. They feel alone. The people around them don't understand their struggle. And maybe this is you. Maybe you feel like you don't have anybody in your corner. And I'm telling you right now, when the going gets tough, and it will, because there's lots of ups and downs in this journey, I will be there for you. You are not alone. My team and I are here to support you all the way through. So my groups are 3 weeks long, but we don't just stop there. Like, we don't just do 3 weeks and then we're done. I'm there with you every step of the way. If it takes you a year, maybe 2 years to reach your goals, I'm not going anywhere. I will absolutely be here for you. And for me, challenge groups are everything. I post in them every single day. This is what keeps me going. It's what keeps me accountable. It supports me when I'm having a rough time or when I'm feeling unmotivated. I am able to post into this group 24/7 throughout the day, each night, and I can get support. If I don't feel like working out, I just have to open that app and see all of the ladies posting their sweaty selfies and logging that they had gotten their workouts in. And that is what keeps me going. and really helps me, especially if I slip up a bit, to get me back on track. So you got to get yourself a support system and an accountability partner or an accountability group. It's imperative in anything that you do, even if it's not health and fitness related, even business wise. Find yourself an accountability partner. You are going to be so much successful if you do that. So can you do it on your own? Sure, maybe. But why, when it's easier to be surrounded by others doing the same thing and moving in the same direction as you are? All right, so let's recap. Number 1 was exercise. Breaking a sweat every day not only tones your muscles, it changes your body composition, but it helps you battle stress as well. And believe it or not, it does give you more energy. It releases endorphins, which is what puts you in a great mood. So you've got to find something to get started with. I can absolutely help you with that. And right now we have, for a very limited time, the option for the All Access Pass Challenge Pack, where you're going to get unlimited access to every single Beachbody program on Beachbody On Demand, including all of the new releases that are coming up this year. So there's nothing that you would need to buy at all for the rest of the year, nothing new that won't be included in that. With this challenge pack, you're going to get that 24/7 streaming access on your smartphone or your laptop, which is how I do my workouts, a tablet or a TV, basically anywhere where you have internet access. I know Apple TV works with that, Roku works with it, and you can instantly stream every single workout, even for the newest programs like Country Heat or the MMA-inspired Core de Force, which is the program that I'm doing right now. Plus, you get our full library of all the other awesome fitness programs. So if you like cardio, Insanity Max 30 might be for you. Or if you need something low key, maybe the 3-week yoga retreat is where you should start. Now, you're also going to have access to the 21-day fix, which, to be honest, is 99% of the time what I suggest everybody to start with. Because not only does it have a little bit of all of that fitness stuff, the cardio, the weightlifting, yoga, Pilates, but all of the workouts are only 30 minutes. And it comes with the super easy to follow meal plan. And in the beginning, at least for me, I wanted something that told me exactly what to eat and how to plan. So the really cool thing is that you can start with any program with the All Access Pass, and you can literally try out any of the programs to figure out which one you like the most. All right, so tip number 2 is getting your nutrition dialed in, getting your nutrition set in place. And this is key to getting healthy. And honestly, it's the one area that I really struggled with. And, sometimes I still do. Like I said, I love food. So when I first started my journey with Beachbody, I thought that eating healthy meant lean cuisines and low-fat type foods. Now I understand the value of eating whole foods and lean meats and more of those fruits and vegetables, because you feel better and you have more energy. And so in my challenge groups, I will walk you through this entire process and give you a 3-week complete meal guide, meal plan that includes a shopping list and recipes. We go over these, here, let me grab these. We go over how to use these portion control containers so that you don't have to measure anything or count calories. If it fits into this container, you can eat it, right? So, am I still on? I just got a notification that my connection was bad. All right, looks like we're still going. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going. So the bottom line is basically, if it fits into one of these containers, you can eat it. And so I share how to meal prep and I break down and simplify everything for you. I believe, especially in the beginning, that to keep it simple is the best way to do it. And we go over all of that. So, and then tip number 3, support and accountability. You need to find the right environment to succeed. And hands down, I think my challenge groups mark off all of those boxes that determine living a healthier and a happier lifestyle. We talk about planning, how to fit in your workouts in our super busy schedules. We talk about meal prep and how important it is to have food ready to go. And I show you how to do that. So we also talk about mindset and personal development, because your body can't go where your mind doesn't tell it to. And did I say that right? Your body can't go where your mind doesn't tell it to. So yeah, I think that's right. And then we are always there for that daily support and accountability. You know, I've met some of my very closest friends, ladies that I talk to literally every single day, who live all over the United States. Some of them are in Canada, and this is where I've met them. I've met them in these challenge groups. So I'm telling you, if you allow it, if you participate, if you give it 100% effort, I promise you will succeed. We have hundreds of challengers on our team, just on our team, who have gotten the most amazing results. And you too can do the same thing, but you have to work for it. Okay, so I did say that I was going to give away free stuff. So let me talk about today's freebie. All right, so this is my new Challenger Planner. It has trackers and journals and food logs and meal planning sheets, goal setting pages, and just a ton of other little goodies. It's basically everything that I use condensed into this one pretty little planner. So here's the thing. Here it is. If you place your order for your challenge pack tonight or tomorrow, I will mail one of these planners to you right away. Everybody gets the digital version to print out on your own. You'll get access to that in the challenge group. But if you order now, I'll drop one of these bad boys in the mail for you right away. Now, these suckers cost $15 each. So if you didn't place your order and you didn't get one for free and you don't want to print it out, that's how much it would cost you to get it if that's something that you wanted. So listen, guys, this is time for you to decide, are you up for the challenge? Are you ready to do this with me? Have you already fallen off track with your New Year's resolution? Maybe you didn't even make one. And that's okay, because you can begin with me now and start making those hard choices to start changing the things that you know you need to change. So registration for my Hustle and Heart Challenge group is now open. So let me know if you are in. We start prep week on Monday, February 6th, and we officially start with our workouts on February 13th. So here's the thing. If this message speaks to you, if you're like, I need help, I need to make a change, I need to do something, but I don't know where to start, then join us. I'm reaching out to you, and I am inviting you to do this with us. I'm going to walk you through every step of the way, but I want you to be motivated. I want you to want this for yourself, because I don't want you to invest money in a challenge pack or to invest in allowing me to be your coach and coach you through the process if you are not motivated. And note, I did not say ready. I didn't say join me if you're ready, because we need to commit and do what needs to be done even before we are ready. Because I will be right there beside you when you rise to the occasion and you start getting those results that you want. There will never be a perfect time to start, never. But when you put that start date in your calendar and you make it non-negotiable, your mindset will start to change. That is an absolute fact. And well, maybe right now is not the time. Maybe March or April will be better for you. But remember, the longer you take to get started, the longer it's going to take to get results. And, sometimes I get it. Taking that first step and deciding to do this can be the hardest part. But stepping out of your comfort zone and making changes is necessary to be happier and grow as an individual. So now that you've watched this and you've heard my message, hopefully you understand what it's all about, what I'm all about, and you've decided that you are up for the challenge. So let's talk about pricing. You want to know what it all costs, right? So here it is. You get the annual all access Beachbody On Demand pass for 1 whole year. Plus you get a 30-day supply of Shakeology, plus Portion Fix, which is the 21-day fixed meal guide. And you also get these portion control containers. You get one of my calendars. You get entry into my challenge group that starts here in February. And then you get me as your coach forever and ever. And right there should be the deal maker, right? So your cost for all of that is just $199. And I've got 2 kickers for you. One is that if you sign up tonight or tomorrow, I can get you signed up as a discount member for free. That's a $40 savings, and you can save then 25% off any future Beachbody products, including Shakeology. So like I said before, Shakeology costs $130. So you'd be saving $32.49 off your shipment each month. And here is the other kicker. If for any reason at all you are not happy with what you've got, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you get to day 29 and you decide that this just isn't working for you, there is a no questions asked money-back guarantee. So if you're still hesitant, no worries. You can absolutely get your money back if you just decide that this just isn't for you. And honestly, in full disclosure, I have had only once in these last 2 years has somebody returned everything. And to be honest, she never gave me a real reason. My thoughts are just that she wasn't ready at that time, and that's okay. Even for her, my door is still open. I will always be here for her when she is ready for it. So, all right. So if you are ready, message me or message the coach that you've been talking to and let us know that you are in. You can shoot me a message, you can shoot me an email, and I will get you all set up or ready to go, or the coach that you're talking to can get you all set up and get you ready to go too. So, all right, I think that pretty much wraps everything up. All right, so it looks like I'm just at about 50 minutes. So thank you all so very much for jumping on. I absolutely appreciate it. And I'm going to go through and see if there are any comments. I've just kind of been glancing down and I don't see that there are any there. So if you have comments, please go ahead and put them in that box. Or you can message me too, however you want to do it, whatever is easiest for you. And throughout the day, I will keep going back and checking and making sure that I answer everything for you. Okay, guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And again, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I know that, Sundays are usually our family days, so I absolutely appreciate you taking the time out to watch. All right, I hope I hear from you guys soon. Bye.